Absolutely not.
God.
Hey everyone, welcome to another Wildewitch RP live play TTRPG session. What is Wildewitch RP, you might ask? Well, that's me, Faye, Game Master and Storyteller, an agent of chaos, as we all have found out, as well as Lachlan, a writer and producer. We're a couple who love sharing stories, so much so that we quit our day jobs and created our own company. That way we could create high quality and exciting TTRPG experiences full-time and share them with you. And today we're playing D&D. This session features the Burning Veil storyline set in our very own Valinara campaign setting. It is a deeply personal tale of trust, betrayal, magic, and magnificent ambition where the fate of the world hangs in the balance. With us at the table are several of the incredible players who've joined us on our grand endeavor. If you'd like to play alongside us, you're more than welcome to join. You can ask in chat or hop over to our Discord to find out more information. Twitch chat is starting early. Now, speaking of our awesome players, it is time for introductions. Like I said, I'm Faye, Game Master, Storyteller. With me is Sirenscape, bringing all of our background music and sound effects. It's a fantastic and affordable sound collection that you can find at sirenscape.com. And now, we get to meet our courageous and daring heroes before they get the talk down of a lifetime, it seems. And we'll begin with an introduction for Frista.
Hi, I'm Shay, and I play Frista. She's an Eladrin blood hunter who embodies a cold complexion and icy resilience, with magic powers from her mysterious, fathomless patron.
Can't wait till that's less mysterious.
I can.
Next up for our introductions, why don't we learn about Tala?
I'm sorry, I'm looking up what Nimcorn is. Hi, I'm Radiant, and I play Tall. Jay's facepalm, I love it. I play Tala, who is a total cleric. She and I both live in a world of innocence and where, flowers are nice and never dangerous, and trees are friends. And she's kind of nervous about meeting grandmother because she may have said some stuff that she wasn't supposed to.
All right. And then next up for our introductions, why don't we learn about Andy?
Hi, I'm Lexi. I play Andy. Andy Quickfoot is a Lightfoot halfling bar whiz who loves food. She wears a red vest with gold fringe, and she typically has her red hair up in a bun. She loves to play her family drum and flute, along with her violin. And her familiar's name is Perry, and he's currently in weasel form. And she's terrified of large trees. And she's also worried about disappointing her entire family all the time. And Grandma Stefania is the embodiment of that, so this will be entertaining.
Oh, it will be entertaining. Ray, let's get an introduction for you.
Oh, yay. Hi, I'm Anna. I play Ray, a tiefling wizard who likes fire and is kind of scared of what's to come with the grandma.
You should be scared of her. All right, well, with our introductions covered, it is time for us to dive into our session here. And when we left off, you all had breakfast. And some of the family members had been escorted out. And there was a knock on the door. One, you know, to be of a rockwood cane. Andy?
Yes. As soon as we hear the knock, Andy would take out the ring of message and say to everyone, I guess to the other three members here, let's be very polite and just follow my lead. It'll be fine. And then she'll go over to the door and open it.
All right. As you open the door, you see Grandma Stefania. She is put together as she always is. Today's very smart outfit is a you can see robe over top of very well-worn leather leggings. She's not wearing anything terribly flashy, but as business as she always is.
Yeah, Andy would bow, and she's like never bowed to anybody except for that one devil person who like made us. But besides that, she'd bow and like say, welcome, Grandma Stefania. I hope you had a pleasant morning and a pleasant few months without myself here.
You are as you always were, Andy. Step aside.
Yep. Uh-huh.
I go ahead and start waving, but then I stop and I bow and accidentally hit my head on the chair.
Oh yeah, these are my companions. Grandma
I
Stefania.
figured they were yours. They confirmed it as such last night as well.
Yes.
And as she enters in, you can see where her eyes sort of take in the house around her, very much making sure everything's sort of up to a standard. And then stops in the sort of dining area where everyone is.
Would you like some food? There's lots of variety.
Yes, I can see that a spread has been made for your companions. Undoubtedly your mother's work, yes?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, Andy, get in here. You are part of this conversation.
Yep. Right here.
And as she looks at all of you, she turns directly to face Andy. I understand that you have been away for months. I understand that perhaps the world is not as we have created one here. But I expected you to share in our traditions with your companions before waltzing back.
Yes. Perhaps I should have prepared them a little bit better, for sure. Mm-hmm.
And what have you prepared for them? What do they know?
I raise my hand.
She is very much staring down at Andy.
It's fine, doll. I could maybe I should speak to this.
Okay, I put my hand back down.
I told them about some of our family history a little bit. The 4 families and kind of specialties of each of them. I told them some stories about family events that we've had, and explained some about welcome soup and that kind of thing, and Leaf's having a child, as you know, and family dynamics.
Yes, there is the addition to our community through Leaf. One that we are glad for. I'm surprised you do not speak of our ideals of tradition and respect.
They were brought up. And of course, I told them a little bit about the lantern tree, not clearly enough, but how it's the center of our community and how that's where we remember all of our lost members.
Yes. Well,
I raise my hand again.
There is a sort of a pinching of the brow. Speak.
I put my hand back down.
And her eyes are now on you, Tala, as she gives that order.
She also told us that you were very important, that you're the leader of the community, and we should be very respectful and also a bit scared.
I think fear is important in areas in a healthy manner. I am matron of the community, yes. I have seen things in my travels that have helped me understand the importance of our community here. Which is why I do so much. And her eyes turn back to Andy as she says that last statement. And one day you will understand.
Yep.
Perhaps being home will do good things for you, Andy. It seems that your family is keeping well to our ways of life. It'd be good to
Yes.
absorb some of the lessons that you could learn here. All of you would be.
Yes.
I'll be keeping my eye on each of you while you are here.
I raise my hand again.
Speak.
Is it like one lesson a day to keep the switch away?
Such questions like that are to be expected of companions and outsiders. Understand that there is a manner of keeping respect and traditions in line.
I raise my hand again.
Tala,
Yes.
come on.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I being rude? I put my hand back down and go, I'm sorry. I turn to Brisa. Are we not allowed to ask questions?
I'm getting the idea that no, it is not.
Okay.
But you do you, who am I to judge?
No. You're my elder. I'm supposed to listen to you. I keep my hand. I cross my arms. So no, I uncross my arms because that seems weird. I sit on my hands.
And you will remember, of course, the lessons that you grew up with. If you
How could I forget?
feel, of course, gracious and wise, you will share them with your companions. If you do not, I will be made aware, and there will be conversations.
Yep, I would like to avoid those conversations.
I would as well. Stay on the path, Andy. And with that, Grandma Stefania will turn and head out.
Grandma Stefania, before you go, do you know, is Corzin good? Is he doing well?
She pauses, turns, and Grandma Stefania is never quite soft. But there are areas where she's not as harsh. A lot of the time is Corzin involved. He is getting into his years. And we are doing what we can, but there are some people who think that perhaps it is time to start preparing the lantern tree for a new arrival.
Oh well, I'd like to speak with him. Do you think he'd be at the tree now, or would he be somewhere else?
You set out for the tree this morning. He should be there.
Okay. Okay. We'll go talk to him. Mm-hmm.
Remember your manners, all of you.
Of course. Yes. Of course.
And Stefania will head out to see to her daily duties.
I make a face
Goodbye.
at her as she turns. Stick my tongue out.
Let me just make a note here.
Oh no. We're gonna die.
Oh. I blame Shay.
I do blame Shay as well.
For sure.
Yeah.
Don't have enough beef with old women yet.
Certain tabs have crushed her. So now she's gonna crush us.
And I whisper over to Frista. I'm like, how are we supposed to learn the lessons if we don't ask questions?
I don't think we want to learn the lessons. I think we, in a perfect world, keep our mouths shut.
Okay.
But we all know that is not going to happen. So let's
No.
just roll with it.
Okay.
It's just, yeah, Tala, love you, but you are not built for Grandma Stefania.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
just
But I did
act
raise my
like-
hands. That was good, right?
I think the intention was clear. So hopefully that helped.
Okay.
Yeah,
don't
Grandma
talk to
Stefania
me stuff.
prefers to instruct versus to answer questions.
Oh. So keep my mouth shut and listen.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least Ray was
Okay.
respectful.
Rated awesome. Did great. Didn't blow
Right?
anything up. It was a good time.
Yay!
Character developments.
What?
Mhm.
Who says I won't blow anything up?
Well, okay.
Go away from the tree. We have
I don't know,
one leash
yeah.
on Ray every time we are next to the tree.
What? Hey,
Tie
I
your
stayed.
hands together.
I'll have
something.
you know I stayed quite a bit of ways away from that tree.
I'm proud of you.
I was right behind Friesta the whole time.
Yeah.
It's true. Shaking in your boots.
Yeah.
Should we
It's
go up
so
to the tree
sad.
now
She's scary,
and then
man.
repeat that experience?
Oh no.
Yay!
I love going to the tree.
If you bring me to that tree, I might just set it to flames. I don't know.
Well, it's up to you. I want to go talk to Koizu, and then I gotta talk to Beck, and then see Leaf, and then stay away from Grandma Stefania.
Well, if
And what would
we
you-
go near that tree, I'm staying away.
What should
Alright.
we do?
Up to you.
Can we go with you?
Koizu's nice, and he might not be long for this world, so now's your chance, I guess.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, a pre-sacrifice to the tree.
oh no.
Still sacrifices.
It's like we always feared.
No sacrifices. Okay, sure.
I'm sure the
No,
child
Yeah.
would be the
No,
The
greatest.
sword is not cursed. There are no sacrifices. End of story.
Yeah,
Not
I
end
talked
of
to
story.
I talked to my god. Remember, there are no sacrifices happening to the tree. To Grandma
Right.
Stefania, I'm not sure.
There's a lot
Okay.
going on.
The tree is Grandma Stefania.
And also, do you think? No, I think I'm talking meta game knowledge. No, never mind. Move on.
I don't
Alright.
think. Thanks for asking.
We just go. We just act, yeah.
So,
Lovely.
when you head out to the tree, there is flute music playing softly in the morning. It's something, Andy, you've heard quite often. There are pauses where it used to be perhaps more continuous. But you see him. A stool.
Mm.
And there's Corson. And
Yay!
as you approach, he smiles. Ah, there's the young Quickfoot.
Hi, grandfather. How's it going?
You will see that he will open up an arm for a hug.
Yes.
And as he holds you, welcome home, Andy. And companions. It's been a while since we've had companions come.
Yeah. Yep. Introductions.
I open up my arms like, oh, he's giving us a hug, and then I look around and I put my arms back down, and then I just wait. She's expressions are killing me.
I'm so disappointed, and I wouldn't say disappointed. I am. No, yeah, a bit disappointed, but she's trying not to show it. Hi, I'm Frista.
Disappointed in my lack of self-control or lack of insight.
Self-control, I think. Yes, self-control.
Okay.
I was about to be like, how are you disappointed in Corson? He's not done anything.
Oh no.
The poor guy.
No, he's.
Why can't it be all three?
I mean,
don't want to show that I'm disappointed in Paula though, because I don't want to be mean.
performance.
Oh boy. You got
That's
two
like if
quick
there's-
shots you gotta impress.
I was like, if there's no performance coming up soon,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be depressed.
Cool.
You're able to hide your disappointment.
Dang it.
Oh, great fan fiction.
All right. So as you're introduced and make your introductions, Corson nods, looking at each of you, and are you here for the new birth?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's an exciting time to return.
Yep. So how have you been, Corson? I mean, I guess I know the answer to this, but like, how's the community been?
It's been as it has been, except for a new joy, a new life has been breathed into the space since we've announced the pregnancy between he and Penny.
Exciting. Say, Corson, I hope this might. I don't want to upset you, but I might have some pressing questions about your past. Could I ask them?
Of course.
All right. If hypothetically, we saw some ghostly figures around the community, would you hypothetically be surprised?
No.
No. Really?
It's perhaps only myself and those that grew up in my house and close to it may not be as surprised. When I was still young, before even Stefania, my mother said that she felt presences around. Nothing like seeing. But there were people that lingered here.
Really? Do you know why they lingered? I thought they all moved on.
It's a nice thought. Moving on. better than the reality in some cases. Better than the idea that there's nothing afterwards. Lies we tell ourselves, stories, moving on. But perhaps all it is staying. Business. Tragedy. Any reasons why someone wouldn't wish to leave.
Do you think some of them might want to move on, but not be able to? Could we help them in some way? Do you think?
I don't see why not. I'm sure that plenty of people stay behind because they don't know anything else. Afraid to walk past the tree and see what waits for them beyond.
Afraid of the tree, you say?
There's a reason why I come to this tree, Andy.
Oh, yeah.
People think it's because I'm an old man or a sad man trying to remember. My memory is as sharp as it has been. It's the body that's failing me. My joints aren't as they once were. My breath not as strong. But I remember. Oh, I come to this tree because at first it was a bit of rebellion. My mother warned me of the tree. And when she was gone, as part of me wanted to take this back. I guess a small part of me wanted to hear her chiding. And then, underneath these branches, I made a friend. I fell in love. This tree is as much a person, it seems these days, as you or me, Andy. It contains both good and bad.
How did your mother die, Corson?
He quiet said that, and you see a grief over his face. I don't know for sure. She was gone, taken, and then found lifeless. We don't talk about the details. In community, it seems them best forgotten. Like many tragedies.
Yeah, Corson, why do you think that is? Like, I don't know, if my siblings died tragically, I feel like I'd want to remember it all the more so it didn't happen again. Or so that I didn't forget about them. But that's not how the past works here.
It's as it's been. There's been more tragedies that I've lived through that have never been talked about just because of the tragedies in the past. My ancestors, my parents and grandparents, that they never talked about. Andy, as you are listening to Corzin talk of how things in the past, tragedies, are never spoken of, another voice enters your mind. Tragedies aren't spoken of by design. Some things are to be forgotten.
Why?
Grief is a powerful emotion.
That's it? Grief is a powerful emotion, so we forget about stuff? That seems self-serving.
You're having this conversation in your head, right?
Mm-hmm.
So right now, it's just after Corzin had said something, there's a silence. As you're
A
having this
brief
conversation.
one? I
Okay.
think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all that
It's
the
okay.
sword says for now. There might be more later,
Right.
but
Since there's silence, Tala actually goes and sits in front of Corzin or next to Corzin. So, hi, Grandfather Corzin. My name is Tala. Um, I I don't mean to be speaking out of turn because I don't know whose turn it is to talk. But if I have found out that knowledge is power. That even though it may be hard to talk about, if we know what happened in the past, we can either not make the same mistake or learn from it. And you have a lot of knowledge in your head. And I was wondering if you wanted to share that with us, we'll be happy to listen so they don't get lost. Hi.
you see as Corzin kind of looks from Andy to you, Tala. Do you fear becoming lost?
Not myself being lost, but I'm afraid of past memories and people and history getting lost.
And of
I
the
have,
community getting lost shortly in
yeah,
the future.
I have high respect for learning from the past and honoring the history and honoring the sacrifices that people have made.
It is noble to look to the past for what has been laid ahead. But if everything was remembered and nothing lost, there would be no great mysteries to unravel. Perhaps some things are better lost. Perhaps some things are better forgotten. And you can see like this distant look as perhaps Corzin is remembering something.
Could I do a subtle cast of detect thoughts real quick?
Yeah.
Great. Just a little peek into his noggin.
Why do I have that pulled up twice? I don't want that twice. I want something else.
Why don't you want that twice?
Yeah, what's wrong with it twice?
I thought the more the merrier.
Exactly.
Because I need
Yeah.
another document pulled up.
Do you though?
The memory that you see, Andy, when you look into Corzin's mind, the topmost, what he's remembering, is a face that you've never seen before. A young man.
I
And the two of them are embraced. Corzin is comforting this figure. And a name kind of comes through, almost that you know innately, as Corzin knows. Parker. You could try and press further, but Corzin would know.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that after getting yelled at about respect. Okay. Hmm. And I know nothing about this figure at all.
You've never
Parker.
seen this figure. You've never heard the name.
Interesting. Okay. Gosh. And this person's a halfling?
Halfling, yes.
Okay. Oh. Boy. I guess Andy would try and coax it out of him. So she might go down on like her knees and like hands on his knees and maybe enveloping his hands and his flute. Corzin. I know Grandma Stefania probably sees me as a troublesome child, but in my own way and in my brother's own way, we care deeply about this community and about protecting the families and the love and the memories of this place for the future. But we cannot do that when there's these things buried all around us that we keep stepping in, or when we keep running across ghosts and caves and secrets that no one has told us about. We don't know how to proceed and how to protect this community when we sense impending danger because we do not know the history, because we are so young. And it seems like we're getting told to respect traditions that we don't understand. I do not feel that Grandma Stefania is the one to ask about this. So I'm asking you if you would give us some insight into this history and these traditions that no one else would.
Roll a persuasion check.
Yes, Jay.
I'm
You
gonna
have
die.
advantage from chat.
I'm so glad. 18.
You see as his eyes sort of become more clear, coming back to the present than from a memory. Ew. Curious. Your brother, he's curious too. Must be that long stride of blood in your veins. I will tell you a tale. And he looks to each of you. You are welcome to sit. This is a story that is not pleasant. But it is the story of my closest friend. There are things here in the hills far older than myself and our community, perhaps as old as the tree itself. It's another reason why I would not be surprised that things linger, that souls do not travel beyond this place. There was an instance when Parker Bridgewalker, my dearest companion, encountered one of those ancient things. He never told me the details of how exactly it came to pass. Just that there was a time that he spoke to the old spirit, and a time when it spoke back, took hold of his hand and the rest of his body. He watched as if trapped in his own mind as he took the life of each of his family members. It was after their blood had sunk into the land that he was once again his own man. He spent every day trying to avoid such a tragedy, smiling through the pain, trying to do good for this community, trying to outstain the blood of his hands. Something is here, Andy. I've no idea what, but it is old, and it is cruel. And Andy, as Corzin says that, you hear in your head, I can help you.
Andy would reply to the voice in her head, how? You've told me this before, but how?
You hear, I can help you destroy the tree.
Oh, I'm assuming the tech class was only up for like the beginning half of that was like anything fun gleaned.
No, just more of those visuals of the young halfling man being comforted by Corzin.
Gotcha. And he's not replying to the sword, but out loud, she would, if Corson was finished, she would, gosh, how do you respond to that? Corson, that's terrible. Was this, I know, thank you so much for sharing that. Greatly helps. This might be a detail that was never shared, and I'm sorry to keep prying into this, which must be a painful memory for you and for Parker who told it to you, but what weapon did Parker's enthralled state use? Last question, I promise, about that.
He thinks back and he didn't say. I could imagine that it was a collection. Whatever was on hand with the scene afterwards.
Okay. Could this kind of presence, do you think it would have something to do with the lantern tree?
It could. It could be something else. Something that came from the caves beneath.
Yeah, well, there is and was something in the caves beneath. Do you know where the Deep Gather name came from? Or where the clan came from? Was there a Mason, perhaps, with the name of BD?
I love that you guys have just latched onto BD. It's so great.
Yes.
Deep Gathers. They've been here for a while. Came and settled in the ground. I believe that the Deep Gather name exists beyond our community.
Yeah.
And that's all that he kind of says. It seems that perhaps Corzin might not have much on the information.
Yeah. Understood. Gosh. So many questions, but I don't know how to load them.
I raise my hand.
Yeah, Tala, please.
The Grandma Stephania's entire clan, I guess, died in a catastrophic tragedy down below. Do you think that may have had something to do with this old ancient entity?
But I believe it is just an unfortunate accident. Not everything is connected. Some things just are.
Right.
And grandmother Stefania went away for a while and came back all wise and smart. Do you know where she went? Or even how long she was gone for?
Yeah, tell us about Grandma Stefania.
Is she really scary?
Not scary. She is bright and burns like a firecracker. She was a wildfire once, but her flames have tempered with age and wisdom. And perhaps due to the unfortunate tragedy beneath. But just because the fires are hot does not mean you need to fear them.
Mm-hmm. Right. Corzin, I've heard someone describe Grandma Stefania how she changed a lot when she went out into the world and then came back. Um, Besides just that she lost her family. Did you see that as well? Did you know her before she left? Or was it only after that y'all got together?
I knew of her before she left, yes. It wasn't until after that we had bonded as we did. She was different when she returned. But I don't think anyone travels as long as she had, and you don't change along the way.
Sure. Yeah. Mm.
There's a very good chance that we may go down to the caves again because um uh, because I was wondering, is there anything you would like to tell your mom if we see her again?
What? Tell? What do you mean?
You could not have seen my mother. She has been dead for far longer than you've been alive.
Oh, and I realized I said something I probably shouldn't have, and I closed my mouth.
Well, let's continue the thought exercise, glaring at Talon. If we do come across perhaps the spirit of your mother, would there be anything we could convey? Was she good at the flute? Asking for a friend.
He taught me how to play.
Oh, do you want your flute back?
I think it is in good hands, Andy.
Okay. Okay.
Grandfather Quizen, one more question. Have you ever seen this sword?
Well,
What?
we will have to find out what sword in question is being questioned of after our upcoming ad break. So, hang out with us. We will be right back to continue along with our story. But before we head out, I do ask that you let the ads run. They are important to us at Wildewitch RP. They help keep our games affordable. If you want to directly support us, you can always do so through my Ko-fi. Link for that is on screen as well as in our chat room. These donations unlock awesome perks for the entire community that help anyone who play with us. Well, not help. They benefit anyone who play with us. Special perks include The perks include special companions, double treasure, double XP, and new quests. So, hang out with us, and we will see you guys very soon. And we're back. We return with you all at the seat, or at the foot of the lantern tree, seated with Corzin, as he is giving you all a bit of a story time here.
Yep. Say Corzin, what happened to Parker later in life? Did you remain friends? Did you have family? What's happening?
We were friends. He married Stefania, and
First husband. Okay.
yes, I continued to care for both of them during that time. Differently, but they were friends first and foremost to me.
He married Grandmother Stefania? Oh.
Took her name as well.
Really? That's unusual, yes?
It is not the norm, and definitely was not back in that day. I thought that it was perhaps a way to honor the family that had fallen just before Stefania returned. Perhaps it was a way to distance himself from what he had done.
Huh. Interesting. Does Grandma Stefania share your feeling about there being a presence in the hills that's perhaps not good?
I don't believe that she's perhaps so stalwart as I am. I think she's of the idea that by having rules in place, traditions, ways of life, you can avoid the chaos that exists just by breathing and living.
That checks out. That might explain why she and I do this. And with my brother. And whole family, really. Yeah, okay. Sure
But
is.
that seems so wrong. I mean, I'm sorry.
I suspect it's easy for us to judge if we haven't gone through her life. So,
Good point.
is Parker, so Parker's no longer with us. His picture's up in the lantern tree? Looking around.
It's right up there. And you can see where Corzin points to a spot high up in the trees, almost as if someone had to climb to place it.
Is it near where we found Grandmother Stefania last night?
I mean, it's visible from many different angles, so...
But it wasn't like, oh, she was talking to the tree with near the picture of her dead husband.
Stefania wasn't talking to the tree at all. She was standing there just looking up.
Yeah. Yeah, was she looking up at the picture of her dead husband?
She might have been. She was looking up, and it is in an area that can be seen from different angles.
God damn it, Faye.
So maybe. It depends.
Maybe you just have to ask Stefania what she was looking at.
I'm not talking to her.
No.
Then you gotta come up with your own ideas.
If we will.
I know.
Is there any other questions? Oh.
Well, Tala asked about a sword to Corzin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you? Oh, you did, yeah.
You had mentioned a sword. What sword in particular?
Kind of put my hand protectively on it. Tala?
Yeah, that sword. We found it in the cave.
And you see Corzin look to you, Andy. Would I be able to see if I look at it?
You can see it, and she'll like turn. Ta-da!
Andy,
So protective of the swords. I'm sure you can let it go for just a minute. Can't you?
Well, I'd rather not. You know, it's kind of like.
why? Inside check.
You can. Why? It's here. Like, I don't know what you want from me.
Is it your new best friend?
Inside. I need a new fan fiction.
I'll let
Nice.
Andy decide what a 13 or a 6 is read as.
I mean, doesn't seem like Andy wants to take it off of her person, but it's also like the only weapon she has on her person right now, so that you know,
I'll give you a long bow, a short bow.
Andy, you
it's
don't
in the
have to
bag.
take.
It's not like It's not like on my belt. It would be on the ground if it was on my.
You don't have to unbuckle your belt. Just take the sword out of the sheath and then just show it to Grandfather Corzin.
You think he's going to run off with it?
Yeah, he's old.
No
We can catch him.
offense.
It is no worries.
No, it's worrying us.
Big worries.
I'm unfamiliar with it from my view, so I could not provide any answers to what you are looking for.
Okay,
Andy
that's good,
will-
but still.
Andy will pull it out and kind of like show it, but she's not like handing it over. But she
Yeah.
like, it's a sword. It's sharp. It's old. I don't know why they're so interested in this.
Can I grab it? I put my hand on it. What
You
do you do?
try. Moving slightly away. Tala, he's trying to look at it. Gosh.
I'm gonna lift it out of your hand, Andy, for a second. Will you allow me to do that?
No.
Why?
I'd rather you not. Wait, this is not the point of this conversation. Koza, do you have this is ringing bells?
It is, as I thought before, I do not recognize it.
That's fair. Lovely. That's good. Put it back. Stare at Tala. Lovely. Well, yeah, we found some indication that the Deep Gathered name or heritage might go back to like gnomes or dwarves. So we're wondering if that's true. Do you think Grandma Stefania would talk to us about these things? I'm guessing she wouldn't. But yeah.
She probably would not speak to you. No. She is well in the tradition of not talking of unpleasant histories.
Yeah, she is, isn't she? Alright. Okay. So, quick question. And again, this is something I would ask Grandma Stefania if she wasn't the Grandma Stefania, but why are they expanding the caves? Because wasn't there, tragedies in the caves before? And so it's a little bit concerning that they're expanding the caves. Are they being smart about it?
I believe that perhaps there is some precautions being taken. To be fair, Stefanian has not told me that there has been specifics in why she has asked for the caves to be expanded. But Just that she says there is writings on the wall from what she has seen in our community that we should be
Wait,
expanding.
Is the writing on the wall metaphorical or
I think so, Tala.
actual?
Yes.
Oh. I wanted to read the wall. Is it the same area that her family died?
No,
No.
they lived over yonder. This is south. Yeah.
Or not lived, but didn't they die in a cave-in?
Yeah, but different cave.
Oh,
For what it's
where
worth.
they're digging now.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you sure the writing on the wall is metaphorical?
I'm looking at Corzin. Yes.
As
Yes.
far as I'm aware, it is metaphorical.
Oh, did you? I don't think you ever answered if we hypothetically saw a spirit of your mother, if you'd have anything that you'd like us to pass on.
Tell her that I miss her songs.
You know, I have a feeling she'd say the same about you.
And you see a very sort of fond smile come over his face at those words.
Mm-hmm.
Grandfather Corzin, is there anything we can do for you?
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ditto.
I don't think there is.
Is your heart at
Play a
peace?
song.
I would never deny a song from you, Andy.
Is your heart at peace?
As much as it can be.
Oh, that is so good. Yeah, you should play.
Yeah, you go commune. I'll hang out and play a song with
Okay,
my grandfather.
sounds good. Freestyle, can you walk over there with me? And Ray?
Yeah.
Tala being subtle.
As
Love
soon as we're out of what I think is out of earshot, I turn to the girls and I go, "Did you see her freak out over the sword? That can't be good, right?" Okay, I have this ability to, like, do greater restoration. Do you think we should do it? And do we let her know that we're doing it, or do we just go jump on her? You guys hold her down while I do it.
Oh God.
I do not want to hold down Andy while she has a cursed sword that might make her
Yeah.
murder people. Because
Oh,
I am not
okay.
becoming a statistic in this village.
Quick question.
Okay.
Tala, how far away
Yeah.
did you walk?
Oh,
Just like 5 feet. Just turned
I have
around.
to walk.
Oh no.
That'd be great if it was like...
Lord.
I don't think that far at all. Okay?
Oh.
S- okay, so 36 feet away is what we're saying?
Yeah.
But isn't Andy playing a song?
Andy is playing a
Sounds
song.
Right?
Andy is playing a song with Corzin. This is
I don't think this is for my perception. I'm just
Oh crap!
saying.
So, please continue your conversation, the three of you.
Okay, so we're not gonna hold her down to. Should we ask her permission to do greater restoration?
No.
Definitely not.
Okay, then what do I wait until she's asleep?
I think
Could.
waiting until she's asleep is the best idea.
Fantastic. Okay, we'll do it tonight. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and just sit down and try to talk to my god. Just watch my back, will ya? I don't trust.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't
And
get
I-
stabbed
So-
in the back by a cursed sword.
Before we get to Tala's commune, Andy, I
Oh,
want
no.
you to make me a performance roll here.
Oh, okay, I can do that. I'm good at
It's a
that.
wisdom save.
Okay, 22.
22. You're able to play this lovely song with Corzin and keep your composure as a voice talks to you. Your friends conspire against you.
Fuck.
I love the team.
What do you mean?
This evening, they plan to cast a spell upon you while you are asleep.
What?
They do not plan to tell you nor ask you of your permission.
What?
I suggest you stay awake and aware. That way I can help you.
Help me, how exactly? Back to the same question.
I understand that the lack of knowledge is frustrating.
Yes, that's it.
I
Mhm.
assure you, though, young Longstrider,
Mm.
that I am here not as a foe, but a friend. I will help you, and perhaps you can help me.
Perhaps I will say I'm not too keen on going against my friends or community. Just saying.
If you fear that the story your grandfather told was at my hands, I
Yes,
can assure
that wasn't
you
fair.
that it was not. I have been trapped and forgotten. But I can help you. I can be of an assistance so that way you can protect your community, your friends, those that you love. And in time you will know the truth behind the things that I can do. But for now, it is still forgotten.
Sure. One question. Um, do you have any idea about this dark force that inhabits halflings and makes them kill family members?
I do have thoughts behind that, yes.
But you're gonna save them for later.
I believe there is a connection, but it will come in time.
Of course. Alright, cool. Just checking.
For now, you have things to worry about close to you.
Uh-huh.
The conspiracy of your companions.
Great. Okay. So glad you don't sleep, do you?
I do not. I can awake you when they come.
Okay. Great. Just gonna try and forget about you for a hot second. Play with my dying grandfather.
And the sword will go silent.
Good.
Tala!
I'm gonna
Oh
get
my
manuals from all these.
Tala, you were casting Commune.
Just literally kicked it out the door.
No. Go along with your plan. You don't know any of what just happened.
No, but I'm concerned about the sword.
Don't be. It didn't kill an entire halfling's family. It's fine.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. First question. Anganad, is this great dark entity still around?
As you ask this question, you feel a sort of stutter in your heart, the kind of clench of your organs, the way they might be as you climb to higher atmospheres atop the mountain, and you interpret this as yes.
Is the entity connected to that damn sword that Andy is carrying?
There's no immediate sensation that you recognize around you, either negative or positive. The answer is unclear.
Should we go down? No. Is the digging of this new area in the cave tied to the entity?
There is a wind around you. It's reminiscent of the wind in the storm that brought you down to the caves in the first place. You interpret this as yes.
I just think that, think Unganad. And then I turn to my companions and I go, okay, I'm gonna try to talk to the tree. Watch my back. And ritually cast Speak with Tree. Speak with plants.
Okay. So, Andy, you would notice where, hold on, let me double check real quick on how this works. Alright, so how close do you, because if I remember correctly, you moved about 36 feet away. How close do you get to speak with the tree?
Oh, I walk right up to the tree and I put my hands on it.
Cool, so Andy, you would notice this, where Tala just kind of walks right up to the tree. Okay. You cast Speak with Plants.
Oh, great tree of lanterns. Are you connected to this ancient evil?
Ancient evil. I am as I am.
Are you a happy tree?
I am as I am. Tall. Sturdy.
Are you Groot?
What was that last word?
Groot. My
I-
church cat.
I am a black walnut.
Okay. Is there anything we can do for you?
I have no needs that are not already taken care of. The sun shines, the rains come, the ground nurtures.
Do you know Grandmother Stefania?
I've heard that name Yes. I am
Do you have a-
unaware of who, but I know.
Are you close to this community of halflings?
They are surrounding me. That is close, is it not?
Can you feel the tunnels beneath your roots?
I do not feel, I just am.
Okay. Well, do all these hanging pictures like bother you?
They are the fruits of my branches.
Okay. Well, it's nice talking to you. Can I come back and talk to you again?
I have no control over your actions.
Oh, that's so smart and philosophical. Okay, thank you.
Alright, so you had a conversation with a tree.
Yes, I did. I go home to be.
Alright, sorry about the technical issues there, but we're back. And you guys are heading away from the lantern tree with a little bit more information in each of your pockets.
Can we retcon?
What are we retconning?
What?
So,
Yeah,
as
what?
we are walking back to Andy and grandfather Corzin, I'm going to go ahead and tell it. Gonna go ahead and say, so I asked my god if the sword was connected to the evil entity, and I didn't get a clear answer. So just FYI.
Did I hear this
No,
question?
we went all the way to the tree.
Yeah, the tree that Andy is sitting next to.
Yeah, like. So
God
yeah,
damn it.
yes or no, Faye?
I'd say you'd hear it.
Okay. All right. Well, when Andy was finished with the song, she thanked Corzin and say how nice it was to catch up and for sharing. And we try and do the community proud and protect it from those things. And see him later, hopefully, maybe tomorrow or the next day.
He'll send you off with a smile.
Grandfather
Bye.
Corzin, can I get a hug?
You're
Thanks,
quite
Draft. Don't do it.
taller than my grandchildren, but he'll open up the side hug from where he's sitting on the stool.
Oh, I give him a hug.
Yeah.
I go, thank you.
So, what do you all do?
All right.
So
We gotta talk about the sword because clearly it's bothering you guys. But also, I gotta do a sending the back real quick.
Okay, and then I talked to my God, and I have information on that too. But why don't you do your thing first? Do you want to do your thing first, or you want me to tell you my thing first?
You tell me your
I
thing
feel-
first. 'Cause-
Okay,
Yeah.
so I asked the point if they got three things, and the first thing was, is the evil still around? And he said yes. And I said, is the evil attached to the sword? And I didn't get a clear answer. And then I said, is the evil thing attached to the where the cave area where they're digging? And it said yes. So I have a feeling we need to go down to the caves.
Oh, I don't want to die. Let's. Yeah. Okay. So we know there's this fuzzy evil presence that makes good people kill people, and it's been here forever. And the Deep Gather folks probably tied to it somehow, or at least they, yeah, something to do with the caves. And the tree itself isn't evil,
No,
and
it's kind of cool guy. He just said, I am what I am. And he says it's not a group.
that's great, awesome, lovely. And it might be tied to another plane of existence, the entity. And Grandma Stefani doesn't want to talk about it. And Coruscant's like the only one who knows stuff and is willing to talk about it. And yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, I'll do a quick sending to Beck. Catch him up. Priestess says hi. Talked with Coruscant. Doing good. Dark. Ethereal presence. Inhabited hills since forever. Still here. Past tragedies tied to it. Bad things. Hugs. Mm-hmm.
Good to hear you have information. Information doesn't sound all too good itself. Perhaps talk with the elders? See if we can get archive access.
Okay. Do I know what he means by archive?
Roll for me a history check.
History. 10.
Yes and no. It's terribly boring stuff. There is a small archive of the community, but it's like all census, very boring stuff. Just
Alright.
family histories and things like that. Numbers, mainly. Nothing that really ever interested you as a kid.
Okay. Alright. Do I want to waste another sending on this schmuck? Nah, I won't. I won't do a sending back to him. I'll kind of, yeah, okay, turn back to friends. Okay, first of all, Beck's still alive. That's good. Always a question.
Right.
And yeah, we talked about this at the lights as well, but seems like the next step would be to talk to the elders. My brother mentioned getting archive access, which seems a little stupid to me, but maybe he's onto something. Maybe it's in the caves.
Archives
But
are in the caves?
maybe. I don't think I know what the archives is. I don't think I care. So
Why would they keep an? Is it like your community's archive, like a library?
I guess there's like numbers and dust in the archives.
And if we talk to your elders, would that get back to Grandmother Stefania?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Do we want that to happen?
Look, she's gonna be disappointed in me whatever I do. And what better way to teach my fellow friends respect if I don't introduce them to the elders and the archives, you know? I think
Right.
those are intrinsically tied.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Do you think if Grandmother Stefania found out about what we're trying to do, that she will try to stop us?
I think she would, yeah. But I do think, though, that we have a shared goal, right? Because she's not doing what she does to be annoying or to be a pain. She's doing it for the good of the community. And that's why we're doing this. And so,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay.
even if she doesn't understand that yet.
Okay.
Okay, but the sword,
Mm.
it's fine. It's just, I think it can help us. It does. I think it does have some connection to stuff, and that's why it might be useful.
Okay.
Yes,
Can we see it?
Yeah.
you're seeing
can
it
I-
now.
Can I hold it?
Yeah. If
Is
you
it
say it
going
can
to
help
help
us.
us, or is it just going to help you? Gimme.
Us, for sure.
Okay.
Mm.
I believe it when you hand me the sword.
Look at it. Look at it back.
We've been friends
this
for a
all-
while. It should
Is
be
this all my
fine.
decision?
Indeed. I mean, you always liked the rapiers and before, and you even commissioned the rapier to be made from the Draco's bone. And now you have this sword. I mean, sword is fine and okay. It's just something that we found in the cave, but what? How could it help us? It's just a sword.
Well, it does extra damage. So that's fun.
So does the short bow I gave you.
Yeah.
Yes, but that's only good for range stuff. I will take that out when it becomes applicable.
Well,
Okay,
there's
we're
no
not
one
in the-
dangerous in short range right now, unless you count us. Long
I do
range
not
would
count
probably
you.
be the better option.
I do not count you as enemy.
Right.
Look, I
Why
wore
can't
my
you-
rapier before. Now I'm just switched out for the sword. That does more damage. You know, like
What's stopping you from handing us the sword right now?
because
don't
you guys seem
understand.
to really want it, and that's a little bit concerning to me.
It's not
Why
the
should you
sword
want
that we
this?
I
want.
mean,
It's not the sword that we want. We want to see if you can actually
Are
let
you-
go of it.
Well, are you guys feeling okay though? Like you really seem to want this. Maybe I'm the one that should be concerned.
Andy.
someone is stealing my best.
For yourself.
No, I do not want it for myself.
How about a trade? And just for a minute, I let you hold my longbow that I have had since I was like 6 years old. And for a second, I hold the sword that you have had for the past 24 hours.
Can I see your fancy new bow?
You can see my fancy new bow, if that would make you happy. Swapsies? Just for a minute, I promise. No longer. Any longer and you'll get to stab me, I promise.
I don't want to stab you, Frisa. How about I can tickle you? Would that work?
I'd actually prefer a stabbing, to be honest.
I will tickle you. Alright.
It's a fair trade.
Swapsies.
Uh-oh.
Just for less than a minute. As soon as you want it back, as long as it's been over 5 seconds, you just grab it back. I take my longbow back. Just a trust test between friends.
Okay, fine. If you don't give it back in a minute, I'll tickle you.
Absolutely.
Okay, here you go. Very, like, grudgingly hand it over.
Okay, I slowly take it, and I just want to look at Andy's facial expression.
Roll me an insight check.
Careful. Yeah.
Damn it.
What does a
12.
12 read?
Very guarded expression. by Andy. Maybe a little bit curious.
Dang it, I don't have identify spell.
Okay, I slowly begin to hand it back.
It hasn't been a minute yet. I haven't looked at your bow enough.
I said as long as it lasts in a minute. If you're happy, that's great for trust actually. Sure, have a look at my bow.
Okay, I spent like another 10 seconds and like swap.
Can I give Andy a big hug?
Yes? I mean,
So proud.
I go, why you don't have your sword? I'm gonna get down on my knees. I give you a big hug, and behind your back, I cast Greater Restoration, verbal, somatic, and material.
So, let me just double check here real quick. You would be aware, Andy, that a spell is being cast, and you do have information.
yeah.
So, do you stay to have this spell cast on you? Or do you move?
Can I silver? No, that doesn't work. I would move if I knew that she was casting a spell without like saying anything to me directly. Yeah, I'd move, but I don't know what I could do.
Go ahead, roll for me athletics or acrobatics here.
24.
God damn it!
If I see Andy trying to move, I'm going to use Blood Curse of Binding. I'm going to amplify it. So that's a strength save.
I'm doing a strength save.
Yeah, you have to make a strength save here.
God damn it!
So Andy moves away.
That's awesome. I'm so happy right now.
The best story dice. Oh my lord. Okay, wait, hold on. What's happening here? Excuse me.
Okay, so I think that you may be under a spell of some sort. So I wanted to see if I can just get rid of the spell. I was gonna ask
No,
your
I think
permission,
we
but
planned this more than that, and you better come clean.
I am. I was gonna go ahead and ask you if I can do it, but then my smart friend said, maybe we should you may say no or run away or something like that. So I was gonna do it tonight while you were sleeping and do sneakily, but this seemed like a better idea because you don't have the sword on you.
And y'all thought this was a good idea.
We were
Well, yeah,
worried.
because
You were what? You didn't ask. You didn't say anything to me. You just tried to do this thing.
Okay, so can I do this thing on you because we're worried that the sword has a thing over you?
No, you cannot.
Why?
Because I don't want you to. I do have a connection to this sword. I don't want you to mess with that.
What
Maybe
kind of
later.
connection?
I attuned to the thing. Priestess saw me. Terraminder saw me. It took forever. A whole hour.
No, I'm with you. I hand back the sword. If you think it has a connection and you think it could be useful, I trust you wholeheartedly. You try anything. If that sword tries anything, you are getting a greater restoration. Cool?
Okay. See, that would have been nice to talk about before you guys tried to ambush me.
Yes, that was actually a really bad idea on all of our behalf. I sincerely apologize. Please don't hate us.
Apology accepted, but still, like, yes, okay. Yes, please, if I ever do anything that's harmful, yes, but don't do that on suspicion only.
Okay, I promise not to do it unless you say I can do it, or unless you try to kill it.
Yeah, actions speak louder than words generally, so yeah.
Is that one of those metaphorical thingamajigs like the wording on the wall?
Yeah, it is. But generally tell if I do anything like try and kill somebody, like for example, Parker in the story tried to kill his family, I think a greater res would have been a good thing to do on him. Because he was clearly under the influence and killing people he cared about. But
Okay.
I'm not doing that. And I genuinely think the sword can help. However, I'm not sure how yet. I'm mentally throwing shade at the sword, Faye. But I do think it's helpful.
Okay. Then I promise not. Yeah, I promise I won't. Okay.
Great.
Oh, this is fun.
So what now? Are we going down to the caves?
Let's go talk to the elders quick. Now that
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. And then archives, and then I'm also hungry.
yes, I'm sure the elders have food. To be honest.
Okay.
And really, you just show up at someone's living room and say, "Can you give me food?" and they will make food for you.
Welcome
is-
soup.
Probably, if you ask for it. Mm-hmm.
I do recall that there was perhaps talk of talking to Leaf as well.
Oh yes. Shoot, haven't seen the guy.
Well, you know where he's been staying, so.
Talk to
It's
Leaf
true.
next time when Shay can be here.
But
Either way, yeah. Either way, up to you guys. Leaf would be interesting. My brother's the one who wants to talk to the elders.
Well, I think Leaf conversation will be interesting, but I think we should do it next time so Shay can be here.
Oh, okay. Elders now then. Okay.
yeah, you are able to make your way to the elders. Is there a particular elder that you are seeking out?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me see. Okay. Boy, oh boy. Where are my elders? They're the elders. Not so. I'll kind of talk this through with my friends too. Okay, so there's kind of like one elder per clan.
Oh my god.
So there's 4 of them, but then there's kind of like an extra one who takes care of the tree.
And they all report to Grandmother Stefania?
Yeah, loosely. It's kind of like a collective. I'd probably go approach Linny first since I know her. She's my mother's mother. But yeah.
Your grandmother?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, we're heading over to Elder Lenny. Oh, I can't hear you.
Yes, Linny the Toothless Wonder.
Oh yeah.
My god.
So, as you set out to the elder Linny's house, I love that statement. But there it is. But yeah, you head over there, and you can smell the scent of sweet pastries in the late morning, midday.
This is a great idea, though. Yeah, I'll just like happily like skip along the lane, forgetting about my friends just betrayed me, and then like going knocking on the front door. Hello, Elder Linny.
The door opens up, and there you see Elder Linny, wearing a shawl and very comfortable clothes that look what one might expect to be out gardening. There's patches that have been sewn into everything, and oh, I heard you come back.
Yes.
And what you doing staying out there? And like just throws the door open and walks back in, and is like just expecting you to come in.
Yeah. And I'll like wave friends in who like are way too tall for this building. Yes, and I brought friends. We smelled your yummy pastries from like a mile away.
Oh, yes, the pastries. Fresh out of the oven they is. And starts, like, putting some on just different plates and handing them out. Doesn't even, like, say who goes to what.
Lovely.
It's just, like, take and take and take.
Perfect. Oh, I missed you, Liddy. How I miss you.
All right, well, are you here for any sort of stories or questions that could be answered? Or, ooh, did you hear any of the gossip that's been going around?
Oh, I might take you up on the gossip, but real quick, could we see the archives quick? I'm trying to teach my friends here respect and history of the community. So I was hoping that I could get to the archives so I could show them some of that.
Oh, Pish, you don't need no archives to know about all the stories that we could tell you.
Well, true, but I didn't want to take up any of your time, and I think they would enjoy the archives. You know, they like the dust and the paper. Mhm.
Definitely more of a learner through written words than hearing people. This goes right through me. I'm not the smartest.
Roll for me a persuasion check.
Andy?
Technically a deception.
Andy's rolling. Well, I think one of you is very much for the books and dust, so I will say a persuasion for Andy.
It's the same modifier, so that sucks. I love it.
You did get advantage from the chat room.
Oh, what a pal. Okay, let's see. I've needed this before. Persuasion. 14.
I hear that she's been wanting some archive access. I hear you. Don't worry too much about that. I'll talk to the other elder, see if we can get you some access before you leave. How long are you staying in for, Andy?
Wow, they all put me on the spot. Well, at least until the birth, for sure. Maybe like a week after, a few weeks, maybe a month.
That will be quite lovely. I'm sure that your cousin would be quite happy to have you around for the young one. Oh, it takes a whole village, you know. You were definitely a whole village type of child.
Yeah, we don't have to bore my friends with me.
Oh,
Too much
no.
about me recently.
Oh my gosh, Stella is totally like overwhelmed because she wants to know about the rumors and the gossip, but also wants to hear the story of Andy. She's like going back and forth between Andy and Lenny, and then Risa and Ray, and she comes. Oh,
I want you to know that all throughout talking, Linny is eating like all these pastries and just like gesticulating with the pastry in her hand, so like sugar's going around the room.
Yeah, it's glorious mess. No, tell us about the gossip, please. I don't know any of this at all.
Go ahead, Ray.
Does Andy have any baby pictures?
Pictures? What's a picture?
Oh, we've got a portrait of young Andy. Yes,
Or like,
No, we don't. I thought I burned all of them. I mean, oh, we have one.
Look, this is one that we took. It was about a month or so after Andy's birth, and you can see like all swaddled, like red-faced Andy.
Lord.
aww.
So cute.
She was crying for most of the sitting there. That's why you got all the real red splotches, but we were able to get the painter not to put any of the tears in.
Great. What a pal.
Aw, Andy looks so cute.
But Linny, gossip, please.
Oh, what was it? Yes! Oh, some of the gossip around town. I want you to know, this is just what's been going around the community. I can't say that it was any for sure. But, you know your uncle, Yakir, yeah? You know him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that guy. Deep gathered.
They've been saying that he's been getting spices that are not quite what he's saying that they is, and they've been passing it around to all the youngins.
Where can we get some? How much?
these spice.
Is it white? A white powder person?
Oh, you know,
Oh,
I've
it's a
not
green.
gotten involved in whatever he's got going on there, but you can talk to him to see if any of it is true. And if it is,
We
tell me.
might. Of course. Put it in your
Um,
pastries. It'd be a blast.
Grandmother, Lenny,
Oh
what did
no,
the
I'm no grandmother you need to call me. Just Elder Lenny's fine.
okay, Elder Lenny, what's the rumor going around about Andy and Beck's disappearance?
What? We don't have to talk about that.
We all know that Handy was following after her brother's footsteps.
Obviously.
What everyone's been saying about young Beck, however, he said there was this elven figure that came in just before he left, and that there's a sordid romance between the two of them, and Beck ran after to follow after him.
Oh.
Well, Liddy, that's a really impressive tale you got there.
I'm just saying what the community's thinking.
That's a wonderful tale. I love that story. And if I ever find him, if I ever see him again, I will be sure to tell him, and I'm sure it'll bring a smile to his face.
Oh, so you didn't get in
Yeah.
time for the elopement, did you?
The what?
The sordid romance, the elopement that your brother's going after.
Right, yes.
Ah, shame.
Is there any
Yeah, terrible
gossip?
shame.
Is there any gossip
Hey,
about
wait.
the new baby?
Yeah.
No, Penny is a good girl, and Leaf was troublesome in his youth, but he seems to have settled down some. I think it'll be a lovely little engagement. But there is a little bit of a betting pool around on if the babe will be a girl or a boy.
Oh yeah, what are the odds? Asking for a friend. Just looking at Lorcan.
Looking around, counting out his coin real subtly. All right, now almost all the odds are in for a young strapping lad. There's few that think that it might be a girl, so if you're the betting type, go ahead and high risk, high rewards.
I have so much gold to play with.
No, put a hand on Lorcan's like money counting. No, we wouldn't be doing that. But okay, the elven figure though. We haven't no more sightings have been cited, right? Of this elven figure since before Beck left.
No.
Have there been any new strangers besides us?
No, not besides you all. But we don't really get too many strangers in this land.
That's fair, that's fair. Oh, and there's a lot of stuff going on in the caves. They're not expanding for anything specifically, right? Just for general growth.
Yeah, general growth. Stefania said that, looking over everything, she was one for the archives, so she looks over at all the math and everything, that we look to be going into some sort of a progression, a rise in our populations based off of everything, so we're just preparing for that, so that way none of us are rushing once the babes are arriving.
No, that totally makes sense. Yeah. Oh, I did hear a rumor about an old rumor about Masons in the Deepgather family. They were never Masons, always just been miners.
No, I would remember some stone carving from my youth.
Really?
It was nothing terribly big. The stone carvings that I'd seen were very much like whittling, but not quite the same, grandeur things that you hear about with good masonry stories from the cities.
Cool. Lovely. Awesome. Well, yeah, I guess I would really love to see the to get access to the archives. I want to go over and see Leaf probably right after we talk to you, but I'd really like to see the archives if I could. Where are they, by the way? Because I was never interested in them. when I was younger, but suddenly.
It would make sense that you don't quite know where the archives are. If you're not really an elder or high up, you really don't ever need reason to see them. Like I said, you can always get the answers you're looking for by talking to the right peoples. I'll talk to the other elders and see if we perhaps can get you looking around. It might be a bit of a hard sell because, you know, your companions are the ones wanting access, but we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, perhaps. Okay. What is in the archives? I guess I don't even know that. For me, it was just a bunch of paper and numbers. Yeah, or is
Oh,
there like
That's basically all
stories?
that's in there. It's just papers, numbers. You know, how many kids so-and-so had, where they've gone, if they've had kids of their own. It's all boring things, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, well, I'd actually be really interested to know where like my family has gone, like where my ancestors have gone, like maybe those that have passed on now, not the living ones. Like I know all that stuff, but interesting. Huh. Curious. I want to try and convince her, but it doesn't seem like it's working.
Well, you've done something with the 14.
I've done something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is there anything else that I could interest you in? I'm about to be starting up a batch of brownies here in a second.
Oh, well, if we could take some to Leaf and Penny. Perhaps they would like some. We shouldn't go empty-handed, and I'm not a good
You
cook, so.
are so right about that, young Andy. You shouldn't be going over there empty-handed. You wait right
Yeah.
here. I'll tell you all stories of Andy when she was young as I cook up these brownies.
Oh no! How can we talk about Leaf or somebody else?
What?
I'm kind of interested. Yeah.
Oh my lord!
So,
A new kind of hell. This was the Grandma Stefania.
as Elder Linny goes about baking the brownies, she'll share all sorts of embarrassing stories, and it's not just about Andy. She goes into the other Quickfoot children,
Oh, good.
other cousins in Andy's range, which includes Leaf, and it's all very rambunctious tales. But then the brownies are done, and the time has passed. You don't know where it went, but now you have a platter of fresh baked brownies. You are sent out the door towards Leaf and Penny with all sorts of well wishes from Elder Linny. And we will see how that conversation goes in our next session. So, thank you to all of our players for playing. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you to all of our viewers for viewing. I hope you guys enjoyed this as well. Terribly sorry about our technical issues in the middle of everything, but if you want to check out more of Wildewitch RP, please head to our website and look us there. If you want to jump in a game yourself, keep up to date with all of our announcements. That happens over on our Discord. You can follow us here on Twitch to keep up to date with all of our live stream, or you can head over to YouTube to catch our VODs. And as always, may the ever-burning light forever guide your steps. Laters.